What is going on? Welcome back to another video, and today we're changing the oil in this 1997 Honda Shadow, more specifically a Shadow Ace American Classic Edition. I actually never knew that's what that meant until I got my hand on this bike. Let's get into it. A couple of things really quick. My oil catch pan is too thick or too tall and will not fit underneath the bike. See, won't go in. I don't really have a jack that I can use to jack up the bike to make it fit, so I'm gonna have to come up with something. And this is what I've come up with. Between these two, I should be able to catch all the oil that's inside the bike. So let's get going. The drain bolt for this thing is located more toward the left side of the bike. I think it's safe to say the left side actually. So shifter, if we just go underneath the pegs, down, this is the coolant line from the radiator, and then here, that's the drain bolt. And I believe this is a 17 millimeter. And then the oil filter is an external filter, and that's located, let me put the side stand down. There it is. So oil filter and drain bolt. I did ride the bike a little bit right before attempting to change the oil, so it's definitely a bit hot right now, so I'm trying to not cook my finger catching the drain plug, and also not to make a mess. Oh, there it is. Oh, I'm gonna have to make a mess. Maybe not. Alright, on the other side, we're going to do the cap just to let it vent so that the rest of the oil flow down easier. Time to remove the oil filter. Let's see if I can get it by hand. This is gonna be tight. I'm gonna try the C-clamp method to remove the filter. Basically, I'm gonna just grab the filter with the C-clamp. Hopefully this poke the filter. It's similar to the screwdriver method, where you poke it with a screwdriver and then you use that as a turning point or leverage to spin it. But let's see. This works sometimes for me too. All right, and now it's just a matter of trying to spin it. And there. It should be loose enough now so I can do the rest by hand. Let's see. Nope, still really tight. I'm gonna go one round and we should be able to get it out. Okay, I think it's loose enough now. Yep. Filters out. The drain plug is all cleaned up and ready to be put back on the bike. There wasn't much stuff on it, so no concern there. So let's get it installed, and we can proceed with putting back the filter and the oil, and we'll be done. All right, time to put the filter in. It's not a bad idea to add a bit of oil in the filter, not a whole lot. Oh, well. And also, I'd like to smear some on the seal. It helps it turn as you're tightening it, and also it makes sure it doesn't get kicked on there and become really hard to get out next time. And just tighten by hand, nothing too tough, because if you use any tool, it's gonna be a pain to take out next time. I believe that this engine takes about a 3.5 quart. So what I usually do is pour 3 quarts in a little bit and start checking the level with the dipstick, and even start the bike for a little bit, make sure the engine oil light goes off, and then check it again and make sure it's good, because when you do an oil change, it's hard to get all the residue of the oil out, so you can't go for the full amount. All right, that was the third one. I'm gonna put a little bit more from the, like a quarter. The dipstick is right down here, so I'm gonna actually crank the bike over just to get the oil flow moving, because the filter right now is probably halfway empty. So I'm gonna get the oil moving so that we can start getting a good guesstimate of the amount of oil that's in there. Yep, and once I started, the engine oil light went out, so that means it's getting enough oil pressure. I let the bike sit for a little bit so the oil settles down and the level checks out, so we are all good. Thanks again for watching the video. If you like it, give it a like, and I will see you in the next one.